Alex McGregor, a seasoned Canadian engineer, maneuvered his rover across the rugged Martian terrain. His day had begun like any other, with a list of maintenance tasks that demanded his attention. However, the sudden spike in his scanner's readings shattered the monotony. Curiosity piqued. Alex steered towards a nearby ravine, the source of the anomaly. The descent into the ravine was treacherous, but Alex's years of experience made him adept at navigating the rocky slopes. As he approached the bottom, a metallic glint caught his eye. Nestled between two large boulders was a figure, barely discernible but undoubtedly not human. Cautiously, Alex approached, his heartbeat quickening with each step. The figure was a woman, her skin a deep azure, with faint luminescent patterns running along her arms and legs. She was unconscious, her breathing shallow. Alex's initial shock was quickly replaced by a sense of urgency. Whoever she was, she needed help. Alex activated his comms device. "Dr. Barlow, I need you at the old outpost now." Dr. Elena Barlow, the colony's medical officer and Alex's trusted confidant, responded immediately. "On my way. What's the situation?" "I found someone, an alien. She's injured and needs immediate attention. And we need to keep this quiet." Elena's silence was brief. "Understood. I'll bring the necessary equipment." With great effort, Alex carefully lifted the woman and placed her on a makeshift stretcher. He navigated the rover back to the abandoned research outpost, a relic from the early days of Mars exploration. It was remote enough to avoid unwanted attention, yet equipped enough to provide basic medical care. Elena arrived shortly after Alex, her expression a mix of concern and determination. Together, they worked to stabilize the alien woman. Elena's medical expertise and Alex's technical know-how complemented each other perfectly. They discovered that her wounds were not random injuries but inflicted by an unknown weapon. "Alex, this is beyond anything I've ever seen," Elena whispered, her eyes wide with disbelief. "Whoever did this has technology far superior to ours." The woman stirred, her eyes fluttering open. Alex and Elena stepped back, giving her space. She winced in pain but managed to sit up slightly, her gaze meeting Alex's. Despite her weakened state, there was a fierce intelligence in her eyes. "My name is Zara," she said, her voice barely audible. "Thank you for helping me." Alex nodded. "I'm Alex, and this is Dr. Barlow. You're safe now. Can you tell us what happened?" Zara hesitated, then spoke haltingly. "I am being hunted. My pursuers will stop at nothing to find me. They cannot be allowed to succeed." Elena and Alex exchanged a worried glance. The stakes had just become much higher. "We need to keep you hidden," Alex said, his mind racing. "Can you move?" Zara shook her head. "Not yet, but I can help you understand their technology. It may be our only chance." Over the next few hours, Zara shared snippets of information, guiding Alex and Elena in setting up defenses and preparing for the inevitable confrontation. They worked tirelessly, their bond strengthening as they faced the unknown together. As night fell, the makeshift infirmary was quiet. Zara had fallen into a deep sleep, her breathing steady. Alex and Elena sat nearby, exhaustion evident on their faces. "This is just the beginning, isn't it?" Elena asked, her voice tinged with worry. Alex nodded. "It looks that way, but we'll figure it out. We have to." Outside, the Martian winds howled, a stark reminder of the harsh environment they called home. Yet, within the walls of the outpost, a fragile alliance had formed, one that would be tested in the days to come. Alex McGregor watched the Martian dawn break through the cracked windows of the old research outpost. The alien woman, Zara, lay on a makeshift bed, her breathing steadier but still shallow. Alex's mind raced with the implications of her presence and the dangers it brought. Dr. Elena Barlow, focused and determined, worked meticulously to stabilize Zara's condition. "Her wounds are closing, but she's still weak," Elena reported, adjusting the medical equipment she had improvised from the colony's supplies. "Whatever caused these injuries, it's nothing I've ever encountered." Zara stirred, her eyes fluttering open. She winced but managed to sit up slightly. "Thank you," she murmured, her voice tinged with gratitude and exhaustion. "I am Zara. I owe you my life." Alex stepped forward, curiosity and caution intertwining. "I'm Alex, and this is Dr. Barlow. Can you tell us who did this to you?" Zara took a moment to gather her thoughts. "My pursuers are from a hostile faction of my people. They seek to control advanced technology that I possess. If they capture me, they will use it to dominate and destroy." Elena exchanged a glance with Alex, concern etched in her features. "We need to prepare. They could come for her at any moment." Zara nodded weakly. "I can help. My knowledge can enhance your defenses, but I need time to recover." Over the next few hours, Zara shared fragments of her advanced understanding, guiding Alex and Elena in integrating alien technology with their own. They worked tirelessly, a sense of urgency driving them as they fortified the outpost against potential threats. As they worked, Alex found himself increasingly drawn to Zara's resilience and intelligence. Her insights were invaluable, revealing a depth of knowledge that far surpassed their own. Despite her weakened state, Zara's determination to protect them all was evident. Elena, ever pragmatic, voiced the question that had been gnawing at Alex. "Why did they target you specifically, Zara?" Zara's eyes darkened with memories of her past. "I was a scientist among my people, tasked with developing technology to benefit all. But a faction saw it as a means to power. When I refused to cooperate, they hunted me down. I escaped to your world, hoping to find sanctuary and allies." Alex felt a surge of anger at the injustice Zara had faced. "We'll do everything we can to keep you safe. You're not alone anymore." Their conversation was interrupted by a series of alerts from the colony's mainframe. Alex quickly accessed the data, his face growing pale. "Unidentified objects have entered the atmosphere. They're heading straight for us." Elena's expression hardened. "We need to act fast. Zara, can you help us with the final preparations?" Zara nodded, mustering her strength. "Yes, we need to synchronize our defenses with the alien technology I've provided." They worked in unison, each contributing their expertise. Zara's insights into the alien weaponry proved crucial, allowing them to set up a defense system that was both innovative and formidable. The outpost, once a relic of past explorations, now stood as a bastion of hope against the impending threat. As they completed the final adjustments, the sound of approaching aircraft filled the air. The hostile aliens had arrived, their intentions clear. Alex, Elena, and Zara took their positions, ready to face whatever came next. The first wave of attackers descended upon the outpost, their weapons blazing. Alex and Elena coordinated their efforts, using the enhanced defenses to repel the invaders. Zara, though still recovering, directed their actions with precision, her knowledge proving to be their greatest asset. The battle was intense, each moment fraught with danger, but together they managed to hold their ground, pushing back the attackers. The alien forces, realizing the strength of their defenses, retreated, but not before leaving a message. "We will return. This is not over." Alex watched as the last of the alien ships disappeared into the sky. The immediate threat had passed, but the promise of their return loomed heavily. Elena placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "We did well, Alex, but we need to stay vigilant." Zara, now more stable, met their gaze with determination. "We will be ready. Together, we can face whatever comes." The early morning light cast long shadows over the Martian landscape, painting the barren expanse with a reddish hue. Alex McGregor stood at the entrance of the old research outpost, surveying the horizon. The threat of another attack loomed large, and the tension was palpable. Zara approached him, her steps more confident now. "We need to prepare. The initial wave was just a test. They will come back, and in greater numbers." Alex nodded. "We've fortified the outpost as much as we can, but we need a plan to defend the colony. If they breach our defenses, it could be catastrophic." Inside the outpost, Dr. Elena Barlow was working tirelessly on enhancing their medical supplies, anticipating the casualties that would likely follow another attack. She glanced up as Alex and Zara entered. We need more than just physical defenses. Psychological resilience will be crucial. Zara agreed. Our best chance lies in combining our strengths. Your colony's resourcefulness and my knowledge can create a formidable barrier. The trio gathered around a makeshift table, laying out maps and schematics. Zara pointed to several key locations. These are the most likely points of entry. If we can create diversions here and here, we can funnel them into a trap. As they strategized, the colony's alarm system blared. Alex's heart sank. The hostile forces were approaching faster than expected. He grabbed a communicator and relayed instructions to the colony's security team. Everyone, prepare for an imminent attack. Follow the emergency protocols and evacuate to the designated shelters. The colonists, though trained for emergencies, moved with a mixture of haste and apprehension. Alex, Zara, and Elena took their positions, ready to face the onslaught. The first signs of the attack were subtle, a distant rumble, a shift in the air. Then the hostile ships appeared on the horizon, sleek and menacing. The defensive turrets, enhanced with Zara's technology, whirred to life, aiming at the incoming threat. Remember, we need to hold them off long enough for the colony to secure itself, Elena reminded, her voice steady but eyes betraying her concern. The battle commenced with a ferocity that took Alex by surprise. Energy blasts illuminated the Martian sky, and the outpost shook with the impact of explosions. Alex and Zara worked in tandem, using their combined knowledge to direct the defenses. Elena coordinated the medical response, ready to assist any wounded. Despite their preparations, the sheer number of attackers was overwhelming. Alex's heart raced as he fired at the invaders, his mind focused on one goal: protect the colony. Beside him, Zara demonstrated her remarkable resilience, her alien abilities enhancing their chances. Fall back to the secondary position, Alex shouted over the din, realizing they needed to regroup. The outpost's outer defenses were failing, and the attackers were getting dangerously close. As they retreated, a sharp pain shot through Alex's side. He looked down to see a shallow wound, the result of stray shrapnel. Ignoring the pain, he pressed on, his determination unwavering. Elena intercepted him, quickly assessing his injury. You need medical attention. Later, Alex grunted. We need to secure the colony first. Their coordinated efforts began to pay off. The traps they had set caught several of the attackers off guard, buying them precious time. Yet, the invaders showed no signs of relenting. In the midst of the chaos, Alex noticed something troubling. One of their own, a trusted member of the colony, was signaling to the enemy. Betrayal. His blood ran cold as he realized the extent of the danger they faced. We have a traitor, Alex called out, pointing to the culprit. The colonists reacted swiftly, apprehending the turncoat. But the damage had been done. Critical information had been leaked, compromising their defense. The battle reached a fever pitch, with the attackers breaching the inner perimeter. Just when it seemed all hope was lost, Zara unleashed a powerful countermeasure, one she had held in reserve. A brilliant pulse emanated from her, disrupting the attackers' technology and forcing them into retreat. The invaders, now disoriented and vulnerable, began to fall back. Alex and his team seized the opportunity to drive them away, their combined efforts finally turning the tide. As the last of the attackers retreated, Alex collapsed to his knees, exhausted but relieved. The immediate threat had been repelled, but the cost had been high. Injuries and damages littered the outpost, a stark reminder of the peril they faced. Zara, equally drained, placed a reassuring hand on Alex's shoulder. We did it. For now, we are safe. Elena approached, her face a mix of relief and determination. We need to regroup and strengthen our defenses. They will be back, and we must be ready. The Martian sky glowed with a menacing red as the hostile ships descended once more. Alex McGregor stood ready at the fortified entrance of the outpost, his eyes scanning the horizon for the impending threat. Zara, now fully recovered, stood beside him, her alien armor shimmering under the dim light. Dr. Elena Barlow was inside, ensuring the colonists were safe and prepared for the worst. Alex adjusted his weapon, his resolve unwavering. This is it. They're coming back. And this time we have to end it. Zara nodded, her expression serious. We have improved our defenses, but they will not stop until they have what they want. Inside the outpost, Elena finished her rounds and joined them. Everyone is in position. We've done all we can. Now it's up to us to hold the line. The air was thick with anticipation as the first wave of attackers approached. The defensive turrets roared to life, their automated systems targeting the enemy ships with precision. Alex and Zara coordinated their efforts, directing the colonists and utilizing the enhanced technology Zara had shared. The initial clash was fierce. Energy blasts crisscrossed the sky, and the ground shook with the impact of explosions. The colonists, though outnumbered, fought with a tenacity that surprised even Alex. He fired his weapon with grim determination, each shot a reminder of what they were fighting for. Amid the chaos, a familiar face appeared on the battlefield. The traitor who had nearly doomed them all stood among the attackers, guiding their assault. Alex's heart hardened with anger. We need to take him out. He's directing their movements. Zara's eyes narrowed. Leave it to me. I know how to disrupt their coordination. As Zara moved with grace and precision towards the traitor, Alex continued to hold the line. He shouted orders, ensuring everyone stayed focused and coordinated. The colonists responded with unwavering loyalty, their determination bolstering their defenses. Zara reached the traitor and engaged him in a fierce hand-to-hand combat. Her alien abilities gave her an edge, but the traitor fought with desperation, knowing the outcome would seal his fate. With a swift, decisive move, Zara incapacitated him, breaking the enemy's strategic advantage. The tide of the battle began to turn. The attackers, now disorganized, struggled to maintain their assault. Elena's voice crackled over the comms. We're pushing them back. Keep the pressure on. Alex's focus intensified. He targeted the enemy ships with renewed vigor, each shot landing with devastating effect. The colonists rallied around him, their combined efforts overwhelming the remaining attackers. Finally, the last of the enemy ships retreated, disappearing into the Martian sky. A cheer went up among the colonists, their relief palpable. Alex lowered his weapon, breathing heavily, but with a sense of accomplishment. Zara approached, her expression both weary and triumphant. We did it. They won't be back anytime soon. Elena joined them, her face alight with pride. We couldn't have done it without you, Zara. Your knowledge and bravery made all the difference. Alex nodded in agreement. You've become one of us. This colony is your home now, too. Zara smiled, a rare but genuine expression. Thank you, Alex. And thank you, Elena. I am honored to be a part of this community. As they surveyed the aftermath, the colonists began to emerge from their shelters, their faces reflecting a mix of exhaustion and relief. The battle had been hard-fought, but they had emerged victorious. Alex took a moment to address the colonists. We've faced incredible odds and come out stronger. We've shown that together we can overcome any challenge. Let's rebuild and make this colony even better. The colonists responded with cheers and applause, their spirits lifted by Alex's words. The sense of unity and purpose was palpable, a testament to their resilience and determination. As the Martian night settled, Alex, Zara, and Elena stood together, reflecting on the journey that had brought them here. They had forged an unbreakable bond through their struggles, and their future, while uncertain, was filled with hope and promise. Elena broke the silence, her voice soft but resolute. We have a lot of work ahead of us, but I have no doubt we'll succeed. Together,